Welcome to Bring It to the Table. I am Connie Chung.
I'm Rodney Dangerfield.
I'm Maury Povich. Oh, wait. Yeah, him.
We thank you for joining into another episode of Bring It to the Table. Lord, we really apologize for last week. I take the L for that one. It was my fault. Scheduling conflicts happened, and it was just so many things that were out of my hands. And I sincerely apologize to my castmates. And so to you, we're going to bring you this week a fresh, new Bring It to the Table because we got a lot of stuff to serve up, especially because today is not only Taco Tuesday, it is Election Day. Okay?
I
So
need
go ahead,
you
G.
guys to vote for me. Bitch, bring your ass over here. I don't care if you're my wife.
Yes, we want everybody. Yes, please do.
I need to put the cheering and his elderly people up quickly. We already started with the bullshit. Put the kids away. Put people who have sensitive ears. Trump lovers who are sensitive about Trump lovers. Get off. Come back later. Anyway, I'm kidding. You can stay too. You just might not like what we say, or at least me, what I say. But anyway, put them up. There's going to be some profanity, some sexual content, some.
Bring that ass over here.
Okay. See you later.
And I'm not a new cast member. My hair is braided. Okay.
Niggas stone by hair, Brady on here.
I look like Byron today with black lines.
Rib, boy, girl.
Ribs? I want a rib. Pour it in my hand for 10 cents.
You were born with one to protect somebody's heart. Man, I'm motherfucking dead now.
Got that right.
Okay.
Gotta die.
What have y'all been up to? We didn't get to see each other last week, so please tell me how your week has been.
We celebrated Erica Yancey's birthday. Happy birthday, Miss Yancey!
Happy birthday, Miss Yancey!
Her birthday's on Halloween.
You already know.
That's it. I had a pretty much week from hell personally, but it is
not from hell.
Yeah, I fought demons before. It's okay.
How's Lucy?
Who?
Lucy.
Who's Lucy?
I heard something
Lucifer.
Lucifer. Lucifer, 1 a.m, I'm gonna chase you out of earth.
You've been in hell, bro. I tell you right now,
Lucifer as in Trump?
Oh no, he's one of the demons. I don't know if he's completely Lucifer. He's at least his son.
Oh, that drink look good, Byron. What you drinking?
You know what? It's Ciroc berry with watermelon juice.
Ooh.
Interesting, because berry normally tastes like Robitussin. How does that taste? Is that good?
Oh, not the Tussin of the road.
Tussin. Tussin. Rub some Tussin on it.
We can tell you have been on one for the week.
Oh no, it's a dangerous road for any motherfucker that crosses it.
I understand.
All right, so let's talk about your week, Gene. How was it? What's
How was
going
your
on?
week, girl?
Just normal human being stuff.
Okay.
Cars, work, tow trucks. I've literally been waiting 2 days from Progressive Insurance for a tow truck. Let's start there, but we'll leave that alone.
So that shit ain't progressive, huh?
It ain't fucking progressive, and I'm paying for it. So I have to put on my caucasity.
I'm telling you.
Not the acid of the car.
Not the acid in the car.
The caucasity for you to deal with me this way after I pay you all that money and you're not treating me the way I need to be treated.
Tell you that's a dumb shame.
And how was your week? And how was your week, Byron?
I have disorienting.
Okay.
I've been disoriented. I'm just displaced. It's not a bad space. Shut up. I just have no idea where I am.
Here we go with that again. I don't know where I am either. You know what I will say? I've been very exhausted. Like,
right.
I stayed in bed all day Monday.
Yeah.
And the level of I've never been that tired. And I know it's stuff just going on in the universe, but when I say I stayed in bed all day, I stayed in bed all day. Hey, Claudia, we missed you.
What's up, Brian?
What's
I had a great. Thank you, Miss G. Thank you,
Miss G, my sister.
Thank you.
I'm still celebrating my birthday, though.
Thank you, Clay. Yes, we
You
are
still celebrating your birthday?
Oh, yes. I'm having a ball.
In November.
It's 30 days. In November, October, none of that shit matters.
I think my week was pretty cool. It's just that I'm now getting physically exhausted. And it normally happens during like the midweek of the show, and then I'm actually heading to another show right after this is over. Dance with the Stars is over. I got a gig in Florida, and so I'm in rehearsal for that too. So it's
When you go
good.
to Florida?
He's doing a
On-
strip show. He ain't even taking no bags.
On a day I'm gonna tell you off air, so these hoes won't be knocking at my door.
You don't want nobody, because you wouldn't want somebody to just show the fuck up, right? That's an inside joke.
Yeah.
Y'all
But
won't get it.
but no, you know, it's been a great week. Like yesterday, I got to sing for Nelly, and y'all know that song. It was an old song. Babyface wrote it. Times in love, into some friends, and I'm dying inside, and nobody knows it but me.
Yeah.
So I sang that on the show
Man.
yesterday,
I'm gonna
and
drink that.
it brought back a lot of good memories. It was just it was a touching moment because he talked about his sister who died. I believe she had Down syndrome or something. Yeah, so it was a touching moment. And then, you know, I had a chance to think about those close loved ones that I've lost, and so it was emotional, but it was great. It was a
Speaking
great
of that,
show. And then I did Magalena. So yeah,
Jamie Foxx's sister passed away too. So my heart
yeah,
goes
she
out to his
did.
and his
She did.
family.
She did.
Yeah,
Jamie Foxx's sister. Yeah.
he had a special needs sister, and
Yeah.
she passed away.
Of
Yeah.
what?
It's sad. I don't know. I didn't look that up. I just saw all the messages from people that we know, you know, mutual friends and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
It was really sad.
Yeah. So, you know, I mean, you know, COVID is not only killing some people. I mean, just life is taking it, you know, taking us out. So, I'm gonna leave us with this though. You know, 2020 is what it is, but it is what you make it. So what's that song? You gotta accentuate the positive. So I'm still pretty. So that's all I care about, you know.
I'm still a jerk.
So
Even
this week I'm going to discuss some of the facial things that I use, because Byron been asking me this forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. And there are certain things that I do because certain light skinned folks, we have to use other shit to keep us looking a certain way, because
You should go ahead and promote that lightning cream. Go ahead.
I do not use a lightning cream. I may use it on my ass, but I don't use it on my face.
Asshole, to be specific.
I may rub it between my legs, but I don't use it on my face. Okay. Amanda Panda says, "Wow, good to see you all. Been a long while, but good." Amanda, where you been? On the Panda?
Amanda Panda. Gray ball hair?
The gray ball hair.
You know, Wendy.
What, Wendy? Yes, you are pretty. Oh, thank you, Camille. Camille, no, serious. I just be joking about this shit, but thank you so much.
I ain't joking.
Because I got
always some truth told in a joke.
Always. I mean, I don't think I'm ugly.
Always.
But I'm gonna go ahead and be like what Brian said. Brian was like, you know, people tell him he looked 20 all the time. See, I just let people tell me. You know what I'm saying? I'll never go around and be like,
because I got carded the other day at the liquor store, and I was like, thank you. Yes, I'm old enough to be your mother. Let's pass me that bottle.
Okay, so look, I'm gonna talk about this before we get to our hot topics. Byron, how do you feel about when women approach you? I can never seem to approach a woman because I always get really nervous and tongue-tied because I'm still kind of an adolescent in the dating area. So I always wait for the woman to approach me. But how does that make you feel, Byron, when a woman approaches you?
It used to be flattering. It used to be interesting. And now I'm scared.
Yeah, because he needs a fucking catcher's mitt to catch all the pussy being thrown at him. That's okay, but go ahead. You won the motherfucking World Series, but you ain't got enough hands with mitts to catch it. So hey,
that is fun.
Boom, 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 boom.
This motherfucker is on one tonight.
So have you ever had a woman, Byron? Have you had a woman or anybody out there, significant other, send them a drink, or like not even significant other, just somebody that was attracted to you, send you a drink? Yeah. And how did that make you feel?
Let me tell you, I'm scared to share a current situation.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to laugh that hard. That was great.
We waiting, bro.
So I have this thing called pop-up stalkers.
Okay. I'm glad you said the end of that because when you said pop up, I was like, wait a minute.
You really should have that problem now after giving the address out, but whatever.
I thought you were about to say
No,
ass. My mind is
not
so
that.
sexual right
This shit
now.
happened here, baby.
Oh, in Tahoe?
What?
Yeah.
No. I would love to hear that story, but we ain't gonna hear it, are we? See, there are times where I know you need me and wish I was there.
Okay, so what happened?
Sorry.
Okay,
Giving
so
up the nappy,
so hold
giving
it.
up the nappy dugout.
Scoop.
Let's get back to your question.
Yeah.
Your question was,
Mm-hmm.
and so I'll tell you what happened. I went through this phase where, because we're taught as men, we're supposed to actually, and that is why we're actually doing the thing what I talked about before, predator or prey. To keep it very real. And so in that conversation lives, the man is supposed to be the pursuer. He's supposed to send the drink. He's supposed to court the woman. Supposed to.
You're supposed to fuck the puppet.
In old school times, the way, shut up, baby. I'm stop. You don't have to open your mouth to say a whole lot. Shut up. So what I'm saying is, so when it's reversed, as you're saying, see,
Mm-hmm.
it was flattering. You
Okay.
know, and because it started off with the same as you, it's like, where do I start? For me,
Yeah.
I've always been shy. I actually have been.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
You know, it's like you'll find out that the loudest people are the shyest people to divert the attention. Same with comedians, same
Yep.
with actors, singers. It's like that's where you found your lane to as you evolve to
Yep.
where you can express yourself and actually divert their attention from actually seeing who you are, but
Yeah.
see something that you developed as a skill set or a talent.
I'm
Yeah.
so confused.
I'm not at all.
I'm
know
not.
you
I'm
are.
just being
Oh,
funny.
okay, because I'm like, 'cause he's totally
So-
speaking to who my identity is. Yeah.
So what happened was, I was amazing. Here's an incident that put me in shell shock. There's this woman, it's crazy. So there's this woman who I was pursuing, and I was pursuing this really over about 15, 20 years ago. I was pursuing her.
Okay.
And she played the docile effect, like, oh, okay. And I'm pursuing. Finally got me. I got her to go over to, I was like, let's go to your house. Let's go. It's like, nobody's home. It's like, the little memes and the cartoons. It's like, ain't nobody home. Zoom, nigga, you gone. You're like,
Yeah,
ain't nobody
yeah.
home. You're like, nobody's home. She's like, yeah, come on over. This girl, she was a professional basketball player. She had played soccer. When I tell you she had the legs that would just,
I was just about to say, I bet her legs were just.
man. And I mean, strong.
Watermelon.
And just sculpted
Get to
out
the
of her.
fucking point. Nobody gets
I'm
it out
going there.
there.
If you just got patience, bro. So I was sitting there and I'm like, she got me in the room. I'm thinking I'm the pursuer. When I tell you that she locked her legs around me and I was like, she complete the whole role reversed. She locked the door. She would not let me out the house. She was like, oh, hell no. You giving up this thing tonight. I
And your friend too.
was like,
Dante.
no! I felt like I was in a movie. Get out! I was scared as all heaven, man.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you what happens with me.
To ever look at a woman differently when they start pursuing, I'm like, oh hell no, this is gonna be
Shut
shit.
high.
I'm gonna tell you what happens with me. So most of the girls that I'm attracted to that I try to go and actually holler at the very few times that I have, they always put me in friend zone or like little brother zone. And I often wonder, like, yo, I ain't trying to be your little brother. And then I
Trying
just go
to
with the
smash.
flow. And yeah, I just go with the flow. And then I just, become the little brother. And all this time, I'm like, I see these other dudes and what they like. And I'm like, oh, I wasn't even in your radar. But it's always like thug ass motherfuckers like who broke and ain't got shit. And it cracks me up because I'm like, this is what I showed you that I'm attracted to you, and you be like, that's look Chris. And then you go out and you get this shit that can't even buy you a $2 meal at McDonald's.
So let me tell you what happened. Here's another little story. So obviously, us being in the industry,
Mm-hmm.
John Wayne and and his brother, they've all done their thing. we actually, me and my boys, we had this thing where we would play gay back in the day.
Mm.
And out of
My
that,
cousin likes to do that.
out of that role playing was the creation of Damon Wayans' part in Living Color, of where he dressed up as a gay person.
And Z Formation.
100%. That one piece was created out of our friends.
Men on Film. That's what it was. Men on Film.
Right,
yeah.
Men on Film.
Yeah.
And one of my little brother's best friends, who's blown up as a producer, Bentley Evans.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So Bentley has been my little brother for life. So, and he's in the family, and he just kept expanding. He actually, and then Kevin, and they all became writers or developers on the show, and that show blew up. So it started when me and Kevin were in college, and just to get women's attention, we would act up and act a fool. Fish, you better bring your ass over here. You didn't say that last night, motherfucker. Bring your little ass over here. And we would go into this mode playing, and it was great. So here's what happened. I became, as time evolved, I became called the Metro. What is it called?
Yeah. Metrosexual. Mm-hmm.
Right. So I had this girl right when I got out of college who happened to be she was actually, I think, Miss South America or something, like beautiful, black and Latin, just gorgeous. And I was like you, shy. We didn't know how to act. We would hang out. I was the best friend. I was always the best friend. She's like, come on over. Let's go shopping. Let's do this. I'm like, okay, pick out clothes. I love women's clothes. I love clothes, period. Men, women, I don't care. Just pick shit out. So she actually, I didn't know until like 3 months later, she thought I was actually gay because of all my and everything else. So we're in the room, and she's like, come on over. And it's like, let's just have a coffee night or a movie night. She started taking off her shit, changing, and I'm like, nigga, really? What the hell is going on? She's just taking this stuff off, and I'm not understanding. Really, I don't understand. She said, here was the conversation. She said, baby, I've never, ever kissed a gay man before. So in my head, I'm like,
all I heard was I've never kissed dick and balls before, but go ahead.
I've never kissed a gay man before. And so then and it didn't hit me until like later. I'm like, why is she having this conversation with me? So she reached up, she said, do you mind if I kiss you? I was like, hell no. I was like, by all means. So we ended up kissing. She said, well, I've never fucked a gay man before. I'm like, in my head, by the time the journey was over 3 days later, we came back and repeated the conversation. She said, well, how was that for you? I was like, what part?
Like, so you continued to pretend.
She said, I never kissed or gay. I said, me either. I was like, what? At what point did that? What? But I said, hey, I was just going with the flow, being a best friend.
This is funny. This is funny.
Real story. This shit actually happened. You could not make this shit up. I was like, well, I guess I have to be the sacrificial lamb for whatever your perception may be.
Take me.
Please.
First of all, you are the most. Why are you pretending to be shit shy about Byron? Okay, let's start there.
Right. When I was years ago, I was shy.
Okay, but can we get into the last 20 years? The last 20 motherfucking years. No.
Okay, but let me ask you this as a female. Why do y'all put brothers like me in the friend zone when y'all know we're attracted?
Yeah, why am I in the friend zone?
Because we want to keep you as a friend forever. And the minute that you date someone, it can change the game and you can lose that relationship with that person. And that means that we value the relationship more than dating you.
Even though you know we're attracted to you.
Even though we know we're attracted to you. And we're not willing to risk that from our part because we're not as attracted to you as you are to us. Because let me tell you something.
Wow.
When a woman is attracted to you, she will risk that. Not saying that they're not attracted to you, but you have a personality. You're not a friend that we want to risk losing.
And it's amazing.
Ladies, do y'all agree with that?
Right to the edge in the table.
Sometimes. Hold on, I'm not done. There are times where, with Byron's situation, if I think it depends on who you're dealing with. If you're dealing with a heterosexual female and there's a slight chance that she believes you might be gay, like what Byron was pretending,
Hey, what?
No haps.
Okay.
But you're a good friend because we will put the potentially gay or gay male friend as our friend for life because you are not a threat.
You know what my brother told me? My brother
Sure.
said, "Bruh, my tongue done got iced from this ice."
That friend zone shit, boy.
All right. My brother.
I don't know
told
if I
me-
agree with that we put the good ones in friend zones. I think we put men that we're not, because if you find a good man that you're attracted to, you're not going to put him in the friend zone.
Well,
You're
my
gonna
brother
like
and I
that.
were having a conversation, and he told me, he said that I appear not to be approachable. That, and y'all see me in the clubs, y'all see me outside of this.
Yeah.
And he was like, man, when we've gone out together, you sitting with your drink and you all, done up or whatever. He was like, you don't look like you approachable. You don't look like you looking like, yo, you in your cut, you in your zone. Don't leave me alone.
I can see
give
that
that
for
off.
you. I can because you're a star, right?
Mhm.
And no matter what environment you're in, that you exude that.
Yeah.
Remember, you exude
You
that.
do.
So a
Yeah.
woman is gonna say, if he doesn't approach me, he doesn't want me.
So why waste my time?
Aggressive, correct. And we will assume that as a celebrity, there's competition, tons of it. So I'm gonna
So
wait.
is it that I got to depend on fam to figure her out and then be like, yo, can you go ask her? Can is that what I
No.
have to do?
Depends on who you're doing that. Because if you send somebody to come talk to me, I'm immediately
He's gonna
turned off.
send me.
Okay.
Huh? What you say?
He's gonna
No,
send me.
but because I go to you and you be like,
Ain't nobody
yo,
sending you nothing. Because if it's a piece you like, you taking it.
Because Byron gonna be like, look, my little brother, he interested in you, but I'm gonna tell you something. I'm his big brother, so
Both y'all really.
And we share everything.
you know what I'm saying?
Everything.
So look, little brother,
Everything.
he want to holler right now, but he probably later
There's
on.
a
But for
spider on
right
my
now, I'm in your face. So what's up?
I
I'm
mean, back to your question, right? Do
DJ, you know I will always ride shotgun for your ass. Shut up.
women who
Don't
are
buy into that bullshit of your friend on the other side. That's some bullshit.
Uh oh.
I will
It
always.
even, let me tell you.
Hope y'all back. I don't
Let
even
me
hear this
tell-
bullshit that I just
No,
take.
we ain't talking about having backs, bro. That you have, but riding shotgun. Come on now. If you
Really?
like it, you're aggressive. If
If it's taken by someone who I fucking love.
no, that's
bullshit.
true. No, that's not what I'm saying. You're 100% true. You would never do that. Don't look at me like that. That's not what I was
Because
saying.
you're talking
Fix
about
your fucking
CJ
face.
using me, and I would never do that to anybody that I love. I want to make sure it's clear.
Yeah.
Let's
I
be
know.
very clear.
That's not what I was saying.
I know, but I want the audience to fucking understand what you're saying.
Well, I think they do because you're goddamn yelling and look at your face. You look like somebody just stole your best goddamn friend.
Two of
I was
them on this
playing.
motherfucking show, so whatever the fuck. Whatever the fuck you want to say.
Anyway, see, you know what? Kyron's back because he's been gone for about 6 weeks. So you need to let me know when he's back so I can toe up and tee up and let's do it.
So look, so T Key says because we put the good ones in the friend zone.
No,
So
we
then
do not.
T, but no, I'm talking about this is what T, one of our fans said, one of our audience members said. T, so if we're put in the friend zone, is that teasing us because you know that we like you? So is that like dangling the carrot?
No, I think that's building a relationship with that person.
For
T can
what?
answer for herself.
I want to fuck. You want to be a friend.
Because what if
I
I
shouldn't
want to be
say
in a
that.
relationship with you? You said it though, but you said it, and let me tell you something. You said it, and don't think we don't know it.
So, please, because y'all want y'all back broke out too. Y'all want the
We
bottom
do,
knocked
but-
out. See, look at you. You said she said we do, but
Okay, I'm gonna use Robin as an example. Robin didn't approach me; I approached him.
Oh,
See.
okay.
But
okay.
I'm very careful at pursuing. There's a cap at my pursuit. I won't chase you,
Okay.
but I will let you know you have a window or a door to walk through.
Okay.
That's
Or
my
crawl,
pursuit.
or crawl.
Well, if you're crawling through it, that means I really don't like you.
Okay. So take me through a Jay meeting Robin. So take me through hey, how you doing? What's going on? You good? Let me get you a drink. Take me through that. How does that look?
I'll never forget it. We met at Hadaka Sushi on Sunset in Hollywood. Robin and I have mutual promoter friends. So I was there with a group of friends that I already had. And when I walked by him, first of all, I thought he was from the East Coast because I had the stigma that I would never date a West Coast man. Stick with me for a second. I said I would never do it because I feel like there's a different in etiquette in how we handle things. But he had on Timberlands. He had an Akon jacket. He looked like he wasn't from here. So when I walked by him, I was like, finally, somebody that's not standing with Chucks with their feet facing this way. And you know what I mean? Like that's not for me. So when I walked by him, I rubbed the top of his head because he had a low cut seat.
Wait, didn't know him and just rubbed the top of his head?
No, I rubbed the top of his head.
I like that. Go ahead.
Because he has a low cut Caesar. That's also an East Coast staple, right? So I was like, I wanted to let him know I see his East Coast, right?
Yeah.
And then I walked away. That was it. I didn't say anything. And then he was like, let me buy you a drink. And my response to him was, I really don't want another drink, but I'm going to take it from you. Right? He had a bodyguard with him at that time. He had just got off tour.
Okay.
And so I took the drink because I wanted him to know I wanted it from him, but I really didn't want the drink.
Yeah.
That was it.
You wanted something, you just didn't want the drink.
That's facts. Because I looked then and our mutual friends, I'm like, who is this guy? And then my friend was like, he's a ball player. And I immediately was like, I don't want to date a ball player. They're headaches. Right? I immediately thought that. Then he was like, no, you should talk to him. And I did. And then I remember that night I left, and then I was like, you know what? I think I want to see him again. And I texted him that night. And I was like, where are you going? It was like 1:00 in the morning, but we have after hours spots. I was like, where are you going? I want to go. But we were already just, separate and far apart. But I no-showed Robin the second time we were supposed to meet. I stood him up.
On purpose?
Not necessarily. So the second time we were supposed to meet at Hadaka Sushi, he Hollywood me because he's at that time he was really a household name celebrity at that time. So he was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be there. I don't know if I'm not gonna be there. Well, I don't give a fuck about your celebrity at all. Yeah. So that tells me no. But what he was really saying, I'm gonna be there. He actually showed up there. He bought a table and a bottle and wanted to surprise me with it, and I didn't show up. And he was like, but I didn't say I wasn't going to be there.
Y'all have similar personalities, though. Y'all have similar personalities.
We do. You ain't got high sign on me. I'm about the celebrity. So when that happened, he was like, well, what happened? You didn't show up. I said, because you didn't tell me, you didn't confirm whether or not you were going to be there. He was like, but I didn't say I wasn't going to be there. I said, well, I wasn't going to try to figure it out and wait.
Oh, this is cute.
And so what happened, I realized, so then my attitude towards him was like, he's a ball player. They got a bitch in every city. So I'm going to play with him because he's cute.
Yeah.
And one day turned to 2 days. 2 days turned to 3 days. And a year later, I was like, damn, do we go together? I see you every day. And that's what happened. It's 12 years later. It's still the same.
Wow. Okay. So then that leads me to my next relationship question. How long are you supposed to date before a marriage proposal?
Interesting. Who wants a marriage proposal? That's the question you have to ask. Not everybody wants that. Okay. The most appealing thing to me about Robin, outside of him physically being attractive and great in other areas, was he didn't want to get married and he didn't want to have children.
Okay.
So I don't want to get married, especially at that point in time. I was just going through a divorce and I didn't want any more children. And so I was actually dating someone while I was dating Robin that first year, because we don't count that first year, so don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Who was 100% marriage material and wanted to get married. And the minute he brought up marriage, I ran. It was done.
Wow.
I retreated to Robin because I knew he would never bring up marriage and he would never bring up children. The minute you brought those two things up, I was done. Now, 12 years later, I'm okay with not being married. I know I'm in my 40s. I'm not having any more children. So I don't feel like you should put a time frame on when you should be proposed to unless that's your expectation from the jump. And that was never mine.
Okay. And that's good, because some women think, even though a lot of people say that they're modernized, but a lot of people are traditionalists. And they think that if you've been in a relationship for a long time, that the man is supposed to propose, or either he really don't want you. That's that old way of people thinking.
I feel bad for him because he gets that all the time.
Okay.
Why you ain't married her yet? Why should I feel bad because he's never been married, and he's okay. I think he will be okay with being married.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just so okay with it not being that way. It's not fixed. It ain't broken. Why we trying to fix it? And
well, because like Goldie Hawn has been with old boy for like 30 years, and she said she doesn't see a need to get married. Oprah has been with Stedman for how long?
Thank you. But look at the people who want to push their traditional ways onto you and their biblical traditional ways, and that shit's not working. So, okay, if that's what you want to do, bro, and sis, go do it, but don't push your shit on me.
What do you think, Barry?
How long should you court somebody before you offer them marriage?
Yes. Or do you have to offer?
Well, I believe in love at first sight. I don't believe proposal at first sight. I believe that you can have. In Jay's situation, I think this is just my subjective from the outside looking in. In Jay's situation, I believe that Robin grew on her. So I believe you can meet, and for whatever reason, a person can grow on you, and you can start realizing different nuances in your journey. I also believe that you can immediately meet somebody and have immediate extraordinary chemistry. Mm-hmm. That you just know that you know that you know. But because of the, for lack of a better word, chaos in the world that we live in today versus our parents and our parents' parents, where it was much simpler, there's much more that you got to look out for. So within that conversation, let's say that I met someone today, I'm going to marry them. I would still, and I just gave this advice to 2 people, I would still give it a good 3, 6, 12 months. Because there's so much to learn about that individual that goes beyond chemistry. To be able to see how you can have the best chemistry with somebody, but when you hit a rock and a hard place and shit goes left and sideways, that motherfucker turns into a tarantula.
Because how long do y'all think the honeymoon phase lasts?
3 years.
Okay. You think after 3 years, that's when you start showing who you are?
Oh, no, I think after 1 year, you begin the process to show who you are.
Okay.
You get a snapshot in 6 months. You get a Polaroid, the old Polaroid in 6 months. You get a real professional picture in a year if you're fucking paying attention.
Correct. If you're fucking paying attention, there's facts.
Is that why when couples get married after a year of dating and then 3 years later or 2 years later they get divorced because they're coming out of that and they're finally realizing who they truly are in that relationship and it ain't what they thought?
I believe you should live with somebody first before you get married.
I mean, hey, 100%. 100%. You definitely need to live with a person. You cannot have this happy marriage and get it's a very great area because it's just like it goes into, now we're getting into biblical terms as to for infidelity and and it really is a conflict of spirit for me, for you to tell me that I should not have sex until I'm married. That
I don't agree with that.
I mean, you think you're buying a Ferrari or you think you're buying a Bentley and you think you're going to get, a Lexus drive and the motherfucker's driving like a truck when you get in it and you're like.
So when Megan Good married that pastor and they said they didn't have sex for almost whatever and then they got married and it's great and they're wonderful.
Let me tell you why that's different. Megan Good gave more rides than Greyhound before him.
Believe that thank you. I didn't want to say it, but yeah.
Lord, I had to drink on that one.
She ain't missing out on shit waiting for him to step up. And at this point, she wasn't looking for sex. She had enough dick to harvest a fucking farm before him. So I think with that being said, her specifics was love and respect and biblical treatment. And I believe she realized because she had given a lot of rides on Greyhound, she needed to remove that out of the equation in order to focus on her. And no dig at Megan. I at all. I think that when you go through a certain process, in order for you to break a cycle, you got to break that process.
Okay.
And I think she broke it because she was able to love him on a different level without sex. And
So
it didn't
perfectly
make a
said.
difference to go that route, because she's not missing out on everything. She's had it already.
She's been there, done that. Okay.
I
Right, I
feel
think
exactly the same way.
if you're a virgin though, and you marry the first person that falls in love with you, and you're 19, good luck with that one. If you get divorced, you're cheating.
Baby, give me my
Well, you know what? But then you probably don't know what you're missing anyway. If you're a virgin, then that's the only.
And
Whatever
that's
you done
some
had.
whack ass sex too. Please go get some dick go get some cooch before you get to me.
But they wouldn't know. But they wouldn't know.
Exactly, and knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe.
Claudia said, I think relationships can compromise and sacrifice. I have seen couples who really do make it work, and couples who call it quits at the first moment of trouble. 100%.
I agree with that.
I think you too.
Let's define couples who make it work.
But I think you have to like each other before you love each other.
I
think
agree.
you really have to just like being around that person, like fighting with them, like, just everything that they have. I think you have to really like a person in order to get married to them.
We have to be very careful with when we glorify, well, they made it work. A lot of times they made it work through multiple cheating situations, through multiple weirdness, through growing with each other and decide to keep it going. So what I'm saying is, yeah, they made it work, but anybody, all the long relationships that I know, and my first relationship was 17 years and this one is 12 years. And so PSA, if you ain't been in a relationship longer than 17 years, fuck your advice, because you don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not taking it. But I'm not. But I think we got to define what we mean making it work. I don't know anyone that's been in a relationship 12 years, 17 years, 20 years that didn't deal with some type of infidelity.
Try it first before you keep it.
Not one.
So, yeah, because Neha said it's more.
I've never been in an infidelity relationship in my life.
Because you're not in one.
Is my nose growing?
So
that don't count. Single people don't have infidelity relationships. Beat it, bro.
What's fidelity? Is it a bank? What the fuck are we talking about?
Fidelity is, though. I suggest you stay there.
So Diane Kane. Hey, Diane. Diane Kane said it's a magical, indescribable thing. I could not say why ours lasted this long.
God bless you. And I think that's noble. And I don't see anything ill with that, because everybody's threshold is different, right?
Yeah.
Let me ask you something. So to keep a relationship, do you let other things in? Like
some people do.
Yeah, I know somebody lets other women in their bed.
Yeah. And I'm not saying it like to be derogative. What I'm saying is that do you allow other things to keep the relationship rolling, because you're literally with the same person every single time. Yeah. Do you need to do things to freshen it up? Do you need to?
I think some people
role play. Do you need to go do like Candy did at the dungeon room? Do you need to dress up and be somebody else?
Preferences. I think it depends on your sexual preferences. Like, for example, don't humiliate me.
Okay.
That is rule number one.
Okay.
And don't allow anyone else to disrespect me. That's rule number two.
Okay.
I can probably fight through everything else.
Yeah.
But the minute those two things are compromised, I'm going to do you how you did me.
Okay.
Quickly.
Like for me, I can say, but looking on the outside,
so wretched with that.
but like looking on the outside in, like I've seen,
and not tell you.
Right.
I've seen Robin and I've seen Jay like in communication with each other. And
we are going there.
I've seen them playful with each other, so I can see how you guys keep, because at times it's like a brother and sister relationship, but then at times it is a real deep relationship, and it's playful and it's fun, and so I think spontaneity on y'all end keeps it fresh. Am I right in saying that?
Perfectly right.
They're the perfect Bonnie and Clyde.
They are.
They will kill each other, but they'll kill everybody else first.
They think we're real like Bart and Gina.
They will kill each other, but they will kill everybody else first.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me ask you, Byron. How would you keep a relationship fresh and cool? Like after 5 years of being in a relationship, how do you bring it back and bring it, make it fresh again?
No, honestly, Jay, I'm so gonna reach this and punch you, and Robin's gonna
I just
come
want to
with
hear it because I had to get close to the mic. My bad.
So the reality of it, CJ, is, I mean, it's not just 5 years. It's whether it's 1 year, or whether it's 10 years, or whether it's a lifetime. Here's what happened. Quick story.
What happened was
There was a guy and his wife. They were actually about to, they were at the brink of everything breaking up. The guy worked all the time. So he was consumed with his life, his career. He made shitload of money. The wife took care of the house and the kingdom. They grew apart. He actually, I guess they went through hard times. And because they were so estranged, he was ready to take his life. He listened to a CD about how to recreate himself. And he went back and had to revisit why he married her. And second, go and outline all the things that made him happy about her. Because you can actually get to a point of almost a dead zone, a paralyzed zone, of taking the people that love you for granted. Because like when you first go out and the girl, or let's just say for Jay and Robin, hypothetically, she doesn't do all this shit. She does different shit they got their own relationship. But I'm just using it as an example. Jay washes all his clothes. Jay cooks his food. Jay, he's been working all day and he's been gone for 2 days. I know, will you stop and shut up? So she comes, she does some extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like knowing you're looking, like for me, I do little things, right? So I like, writing cards, which I'm doing now, or being able to remember things that she says, I like this, and you look at it and it's like, oh, that's cool. And you just walk away and 6 months later is sitting on her bed. I love shit like that. Shit like that just invents and recreates.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, let's go get it. Most people are like, oh, if you have it, it's like, oh, baby, I got you. You like that? I want to get it for you, right? No, I want to know how. That's nice.
So you are a romantic.
Oh, I'm a
hopelessly romantic.
Hopeless, blind romantic.
Yeah.
And so I believe with this guy, what I was telling you the story is he went back and instead of just, no, fish,
you didn't tell me it was no guy fish.
So what happened in this relationship is he was really on the brink of suicide.
Oh, he was, fish? He was really on the brink?
He was on the brink.
We on the wrong show right now, Maury. We on the wrong show, Maury.
So in this couple, y'all stay with me on this. In this couple, he was about to kill himself.
Okay.
But like I said, the things I'm using Jay as an example, you start to forget that she doesn't have to wash your clothes. She doesn't have to iron your shit. She doesn't have to have a hot plate waiting for you when you get home at 2:00 in the morning. Fuck, you missed dinner. But she had dinner. She knew you haven't eaten because you've been working all day, and you forget that extra shit. You take it for granted because she does it all. It becomes part of who she is to make you feel special, and you just take that shit for granted and be like, you start focusing on all the shit that is not happening in your life and miss out on all the beautiful things that a person does for you. And it's easy to get into a paralyzed state and miss all the shit that was not there before you met him.
Yeah.
So if you don't figure out how to actually reinvent where he had to on a weekly basis, where he said, look, I don't know when our anniversary is, so it's going to be every week, 52 weeks out the year. I'm going to take you out. It's going to be our date night, and literally it's going to be like let's get dressed up. Let's meet at this restaurant, and it's like I'm going to walk up on you, and it's the first time we've ever met. You have to create your own music and magic and scenery. And when you get really good at it, it's fucking amazing and fun on top of it. Because life, whether it's health, whether it's finances, whether it's, just COVID, it can bury you. Like now, I know there's something in the water of all the people around me. I called it prophecy, and we won't get into that. Mm-hmm. But I have 4 people around me, 2 that are pregnant. It's something happening. And I said this in the beginning of this of COVID. I said this in the beginning. I said when we first started this show, there's going to be more pregnancies and more deaths during this period that you've ever seen in your life. There's something happening. But in this place, there's also there's also more pedophiles fucking running around,
That's
more
right.
relationships being
Yeah.
broken up. Motherfuckers that didn't know each other in their own household being like, shit, we've been married 20 years, but I actually haven't been around you for 20 years. Motherfucker, who are you in my house?
Who are you? I don't like you. Yeah, yeah.
So all these things. So if you don't take the time to grow, intentionally grow with your partner, you're headed for a dead zone.
And that's facts. I agree with.
I like that. Yeah.
Everything he just said this time. I will say this: in a long relationship, you gotta. For women, I'm gonna say this to women: whatever life you had before you got into that relationship, do not dissolve it.
That's
Because what
leading
we
to my
tend
next
do
question.
As women, is when we get into that relationship with that man, we
Right.
dissolve everything we had going on beforehand.
Exactly.
Our friendships, our going out, our hanging out, our going to whatever we
Right.
did socially without him prior to him, or when we were dating him, we get rid of it because we make him the focus. The problem with that is he's gonna miss those times with his friends. He's gonna want to go out. He's not gonna stop doing those things.
Yeah.
And here you are at home going, but I don't have nowhere to go because I got rid of it. And you're a burden now.
Ooh, yeah.
You're somebody that, oh my God, you're so mundane with your routine
Right.
that he is now looking, I gotta come home to the same shit over and over and over again.
I know people that don't lose that thought. Don't lose that thought.
Yeah.
I know men that drive home. They stop in front of the fucking house. They think twice about going into the house because of that burden she's talking about.
That
And
burden.
they'll be like, and I should not. I know I'm supposed to go in, and it becomes a habit. I know I'm supposed to go in. I'm supposed to see the wife. I'm supposed to see the kids. I'm just going to the local bar.
Right.
And you just keep driving.
Yeah.
You got to remember that men are hunters. I don't care what generation we're in. They are natural hunters. Even if you're an alpha female, which I've been accused of being, fine. That's fine. I still like a hunter. And when you get into that relationship, especially with an alpha male, and you stop being the person that's being hunted, you got to remember it was fun calling you and finding out where you were and getting you
Right.
to come home. It was fun trying to figure out how we gonna meet up. If you stop that in your relationship, you're in trouble. You're in fucking trouble.
So let me ask you this, because it happens both ways.
That's
And
right.
I wanted to question, what do y'all say to men that marry the woman as an apology for what he's done?
I almost made that mistake. Fuck that.
Okay. Because a lot of times people
You will
want to
be
put it on the
handpicked
woman.
for the rest of your life, CJ. Yeah, not you, but
No, I know, but I'm saying some people want to always put it on the woman to say she accepted because she wanted to change him from cheating to the man that married her as an apology.
I know somebody in that situation right now. I have a friend who's in a relationship for 20 years,
Okay.
Yep.
dissolved the relationship and got in one for the last 2 years and is marrying her. And what I had to say and I'm friends with both of them, but what I had to say to the female is, you take you with you everywhere that you go. He is still the same person that he was when he's marrying this new person. This new person is just making it easy for him to be him. And so what you need to understand is the reason why he's marrying her quickly, because he feels guilty about how he treated you, but he has changed nothing.
Well, Gene,
That's
T Key says, Gene, your alpha side is a gift. It's powerful.
I don't deny it, and
Yeah.
thank God, thank you, T. I agree with you. I wouldn't change it for the world. I
Yeah.
wouldn't know how to be passive, and don't get me wrong, there's some power in being passive, and I know how to turn that on and off. But I'm okay with being an alpha female. I don't want to be with someone that I can direct, though. I need to be.
Do you?
male.
But you know what, Gene? I think you said this on a couple of shows before, that people go through their stages, especially when they hit their 40s. They're a totally different person than,
Absolutely.
just everything. So do you think that man can marry as that apology because he has changed?
I think that it depends. You know what? That's a great question. The reason why is it depends on the stage you get him. I do
Okay.
believe that if you were with that man through his 20s and 30s and all the way up through his 40s, he's probably hit his 50s, and Byron is an exception, through his 60s, that where he's not in his 60s. What I mean is he's still thriving. But what I mean is he might be tired. You might get him at a point where he's ready to settle down, and he just wasn't ready to settle down with that person. I believe that correction is it. I believe I got Robin at a time when he was tired,
Okay.
because he was that guy that had a bitch in every city.
Yeah.
He was that guy that had a different 2 girls. He dated some very high profile females that I can't even name right now. I didn't, and I think that I didn't expect him to be my boyfriend or husband. Those weren't my expectations from the rip. So I think when that's not your expectations, it evolves into that because of where you guys are as individuals. So let me backtrack and say to the guy who has been mistreating somebody for 20 years, I think you can get to the point where you decide you want to treat someone right.
Okay.
I do think that can happen, but in this situation where I was talking about with this person, he's still the same motherfucker.
So what do you
before you go, CJ,
go ahead, Mark. Go ahead.
First question. I also want to tap into the fact that to the reinventing or the resetting or to creating.
My question was, what do y'all say to the man that is marrying as an apology?
No, but I'm going back to the first right before that.
That was actually a question from Jamila because I don't have that on my list.
Which one?
So it's about we were talking about how to reinvent the rest, how to reinvent the relationship.
Oh yeah. That you had mentioned that.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I did. I'm sorry.
On it. Yeah. About remember I said keeping your. No, you're right, B. You're on track.
Okay. So all I'm saying is in that conversation also lives that this is a dangerous time because life in itself, whatever it is, with COVID, health, with money, with finances, with children. It actually pushes you deeper into the rabbit hole that if you don't find a way to distract yourself from current issues.
Where'd you go,
I have no idea what's going on with CJ. What's going on with you, man? CJ.
Come on back. Okay, we'll finish.
You went into a black hole. Anyway. What the hell's going on there? But Mercury rising, whatever. But
Mercury retrograde.
Oh my God. So what I'm saying more than anything else is that when you don't actually, because of the time that we live in during March to current time, it's exponentially suppressive, oppressive, and depressive.
Yeah.
And more still to create more problems if you are not prepped to learn how to come up with solutions. So if you were just dog pedaling through the solutions before the COVID times, these put them on steroids and on a magnifying glass. And so if you don't learn how to resurrect your relationship, consistently reset your relationship, constantly redesign your own life so that you stay more interested, so that that person can continue to pursue you on both sides of the fence, then in turn, life will take you out because the crises are so deep right now that it's very easy to back, and I'm telling you, it's an excuse. It is what it is. Some will call it a reason. I'm telling you, it's an excuse. If you're in a relationship or going into one or have had one, it is too easy to back out into the conversation that all this shit going on, I'm going to be self-preserving and I'm just going to take care of me. I don't have time to deal with your bullshit.
Yeah.
It's a very easy duck out conversation and justified right now.
Yeah.
Because you could barely deal with it before COVID.
You know, we know a lot of people that broke up during COVID. A lot of people. And what was crazy was people were like, y'all still together during COVID? We got that more than anything. But I think that how we handle it, we actually you have to like being around someone if you're
That's
stuck.
what I said. You like. That's what I say. You have to like them.
Yeah.
And I think outside of sex and boyfriend and girlfriend, we play games, we laugh, we enjoy each other's company. So it wasn't hard to do on either one of our parts. I even thought maybe it would be hard on him because he's a man, but it wasn't. And we didn't have many outbursts and outbreaks like I thought we would, spending that much time together. I don't know. Every situation is different.
I think when your relationship is birthed through fire, that is so hot, when shit like this happens during this season of COVID, it really doesn't touch. You're like,
I like that when you birth through fire.
Yeah,
I like that.
Your relationship was birthed through fire.
Yeah.
So when you're constantly operating at this level of an oven at broil Fahrenheit, other people that are used to operating at a low chill, so when somebody goes off the Richter, everything goes awry. They're used to handling each other at that level of constantly challenging each other, knowing each other so well and at the same time figuring out how to deal with that way before all this shit happened. And it also goes into the conversation of if you're working away from each other versus living at home with each other, working, both being entrepreneurs, you know, and having, or not even, you know, having a mobile business, you know what I'm saying? Where you can remotely work from home. Both of them are always in each other's space. So this is not new. Mm-hmm. And it wouldn't be for anybody else in COVID if you're constantly in each other's space because you're used to the tension and knowing what to deal with. It's nothing new being introduced to you. These are people that have never been introduced to each other that have to be forced to be in a community, in a box. There's like, they're already like.
And you know what? We're one of the few couples where I have a life outside of him with my friends and nightclubs, parties, celebrity events that's separate from him. And then we have the one that's together and he has it separate. So I think that we don't really fit. We're not the couple that can't go to the strip club and to the club together and it'd be a problem. You know
let me ask this, because I've seen it, and this bothers me a lot. When boyfriend and girlfriend with that type of relationship, do you give that husband and wife status? And what I mean by that is, in the relationship, you guys act like husband and wife, and you act like nobody can approach that person or that person.
No, I think that's dumb.
You assume the role of, but you know what I'm saying? It fucks with me when I see that, because I'm like, you're not married yet. But you want the relationship to be deemed a husband and wife relationship.
No. I have a friend who, when she goes out with her boyfriend, he has to stand right by her. They can't move away. They can't do it. Go talk. People are going to approach you because you're attractive. People are going to approach me. It's how I handle it. So we're not glued at anybody who's ever been out with us. We don't stay like the hip. You can't walk away and I can't walk away. Who's that talking to him and why is he talking to her? I don't have time for that.
I would shoot myself in a relationship like that.
Huh?
I would shoot myself in the head in a relationship like that.
I couldn't do it. So I think that you got to understand that if you're going to go into a nightclub or strip club environment with your other half and they are attractive, people are going to talk to them.
Yep.
People are going to challenge them. People are going to come up with them.
And it bothers me when I see that.
You should be flattered.
You should be flattered that they want him. It's how he responds that matters.
All I need to know is, are you going home with me?
Right.
So here's that question. Are you dating to marry or are you dating to be in the relationship?
Oh, I'm dating to date. And then if we enter in a relationship, that's what happens. I'm not playing. There's no plan for me.
Yeah, and that's why
I ain't even good with the word dating, CJ. I hate that word.
I think it's important because people get that twisted. They want to play the role of what they think it should be.
Me and my baby,
I don't even like the word date. Am I building a relationship with you because a relationship?
That's what he just said. He hates the word date.
Oh, I'm with you. How about I'm just getting to know you, and if I like you, I'm gonna spend a lot of time with you, and if I don't, I won't.
That's good. That's good.
That's it. That is it. But all of that premeditated, I'm going to date you. I'm looking for a husband. I'm looking for it. And you tell them that on first week.
When you put dating on it, you set yourself up for failure.
1974.
I'm going to say that again. When you put dating on it, you immediately set yourself up for failure.
Immediately.
Because everybody's walking on eggshells. Well, we're on a date. Well, should I pick my teeth? If I fart, is it going to be a deal breaker? Mm-hmm. If I say hi to, it's a friend of mine. I'm here with my girl, and she's fine. We haven't been together that long. If I go say hi to her, she's gonna have hi.
Let me say something. Rob and I would be at the club.
Who I'm going to say hi to before I fucking go say hi? What the fuck?
Who wants to do that? When we were that first year we were dating, he counts that first year. By the way, I don't, and I don't because there was other people involved with both of us. Let me tell you something, ladies. If you're dating a guy and you've been going together for 3 months, it takes time to get rid of other motherfuckers. They got to see the value in getting rid of those people while they're with you.
Hey, so say it again. Say it again slowly.
That is a dumb ass, huh?
Say it again slowly.
Say it again slowly.
It takes time to remove other people that were in the equation away. And they have to decide whether or not it's valuable enough for them to do that with you. So when I see somebody, I've been dating him for 7 months. Bitch, that don't count. Go sit your ass down.
But guess what? There are women out there that think they're like, we've been dating for 7 to 8 months. He's
And
mine. This is how it is. And then they start assuming that role of marriage, like they're in it, and that's what it is.
Let me tell you something. I didn't call myself Robin's girlfriend until he called me his girlfriend.
That comes down to communication, CJ.
Okay.
Period. I'm not
I start shutting down. I met somebody start shutting down doors the first day, and I've met somebody where I've been with them and I didn't shut down one door.
I didn't shut down no doors until you tell me, until you make it valuable enough for me to do that. We worked together for a year, and I did spend every day with him, and I was really just with him, but I'm not gonna call it that.
That's what you in public. You guys know my situation. I've shut down all doors. I don't want to hear about without getting into the details of it. I really have no interest.
So in a boyfriend and girlfriend relationship, that's what it is, not leading to marriage. Pause. Is having sex with someone else cheating?
No.
Because I'll tell you why I asked that question.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
If you and I did not just sit down and discuss that we agreed that I was your girlfriend and you were my boyfriend, I can sleep with whoever I want.
And still had
that conversation because I'm grown. So I'm not going to assume shit with you. So until you and I discuss that we are exclusively together, we are not exclusively together. And how dare I put those expectations on you? And how dare you put them on me just because we spent every day together if we didn't have a grown-up ass fucking conversation? Because communication is everything, but comprehension is more. So until Robin, I remember the day we sat in the car and said, okay, so we go together? Okay, we go together. Okay, now I'll begin removing others. But until that happens, I wasn't removing nothing. I might, because I ain't removing nothing. You ain't removing nothing. I'm not removing nothing. And other people struggle with that more than us. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Go. You want to go, baby. Go.
Go, baby.
I just want to make it very clear that each case scenario is different with each situation. She is Bonnie and Clyde. That's a different relationship than the type of relationship I would have. I don't need to have that conversation. I align myself with the fact that I hate the word dating.
Yeah.
I abhor that word because it takes out the unraveling and the unlayering of the onion of me getting to know you as a human being. It puts too much expectation on where we are. So what she did is she waited until they had already gone so deep in the rabbit hole that they were already interchangeable. And it's like, let's just be clear where we are. So everybody has the power of choice of deciding how they do that. For me, I'm not dating somebody who I believe is fucking a whole lot of people in the first place.
Okay.
And I am a stingy motherfucker and exclusive.
Yeah, but you like that even in your dating stage, even though you don't like that word. If you're messing with multiple people, you don't want none of them to mess with other motherfuckers.
That was true back then, but it's just elevated to. I totally agree, but it evolves.
Okay.
It evolves because I'm not that motherfucker today that I was then. Though the line is still there and the waiting room is still there.
And the waiting room is full.
That waiting room is full as a motherfucker.
It's fucking full. I'm just like, excuse me, ma'am. He's not taking any appointments for the rest of 2020.
All right. We're taking a little break. We're taking a little break with this conversation. Folks out there that are listening, what are your go-tos for while in the relationship to keep the spice going? I want to know. I want to know what you do. I want to know how you do it. I want to know when you do it. So go ahead and chime in to see how you keep your relationship hot and tingly. And while y'all getting y'all thoughts together on that. So look, y'all know, let's go ahead and get the elephant out the room. Y'all know it's election day.
Yep.
And whoever you decided to vote for is your business. What I want to just tell everybody, though, is just vote with common sense. That's all I want you to do. If you voted early, I hope you voted with common sense. I hope that you did your civic duty, to go out and vote, and just because it's your right to do it. And I hope you did it. I will say that there were helicopters around my place. There were 7 of them, and they were circulating. I can't even talk today. Circulating around the place in Pasadena about 3 times. So I think they're getting ready for whatever outcome it is.
And
tomorrow.
Beverly Hills has been on a really high alert too.
Really?
Last 2 weeks. Last week, it's been craziness in Beverly Hills.
Yeah. So it's So, just tonight, whatever the outcome is, people stay safe. Make sure, you got you enough food to do whatever you need to do. And, I just hope you voted with your conscience and voted right.
I know you said vote if you have common sense, and there's a lot of people without common sense voting.
Well, I tried.
However, I am one of those people that don't like to vote, and I actually voted this year. And the only reason why I voted this year is because my grandmother asked me to.
Okay.
And because she called me with the story of where our ancestors fought for us to do this, and I understand what she was saying with that, but I genuinely believe that the fight is different now. And it doesn't look the same. And I understand what they fought for, but we're fighting for different things. But I did it because she asked me.
Okay. Byron, do you also vote for ancestral reasons?
I vote the way I pay taxes.
I hope y'all heard that.
And I hope y'all remember previous shows before.
You have your choice of a womanizer that traffics women or a pedophile. Choose.
Well, you know how I feel about voting, so I'm just Wendy, because as far as I'm concerned, it's the same group. Right. You see two bigots. He's in the middle of two bigots, both with issues. And if you know anything about trading places, this is my true feeling about voting. We have to pick the lesser of the two fucking evils, and they're both two ignorant ass people on the side of him. So,
well, that was good. Thank you for that 15 seconds.
It's my favorite movie, by the way. I cooked to that on Christmas.
I was watching Harlem Nights the other day just to watch it. It is still such a good. It's just still such a good movie, especially the part when she was like, "I had my mouth set on some hash. This ain't no hash. This tuna fish.
A swallow in the container.
I swallow in a container." But I just think
that wasn't Harlem Nights. That was Trading Places, though, for our white viewers.
That was Trading Places for y'all people. Yeah, I think just today, I really, I had to talk about it just to get the elephant out of the room. But I really didn't want to talk about the election. I just wanted to talk about relationships. Give some people just a relief and a release of what's going on in the world today. Yeah. And I thought relationships, because I'm learning from y'all. Like I want to know. What to expect, what not to expect, what to look for. And I know each relationship is different and unique, but it's always great to have, some ground level things to build off of.
Take it as a grain of salt, because everybody's going to handle it differently,
What do you say to those virgins out there who, never mind, because both of y'all faces look crazy when I was about to ask this question.
No, please ask, because I have an answer.
What do y'all say to the virgins out there who want to wait till they're married?
I say get some dick before you do so. That's it.
But they won't know.
They won't
know how to stroke, or they're gonna learn together. They're gonna learn the strokes together.
If you understand how a man thinks. And I'm not speaking for all men, but from what I've heard in time, there's nothing better. Only thing better than coochie is new coochie.
What do you consider an okay age to lose your virginity?
I'm not the
Damn, right you had memories. You went back. Your whole face said.
I'm not the right person to answer that, but but me.
And if your kid is having sex at a young age, do you want your kid to tell you?
Yes.
Okay.
I have that kind of relationship with my son. He spoke about it.
Do you want your kid to tell you, Byron, when they were very younger than what he is now? Would you have wanted him to tell you, Dad, I'm sexually active?
Yes.
And he was comfortable with it. Actually, too comfortable. I was like, I don't want to hear this.
Do you? But a lot of parents don't have sexual relationships with their children. No, I mean that in the best way. I'm talking about active. Yeah.
Let's reel that back in. Yeah, what he meant to say is
they don't talk to their children about sexual education. They don't really, because my mom didn't. We didn't talk about. We didn't talk about sex in the house. Yeah, and so I always thought that sex was a very taboo thing because it was only what I saw on HBO or what my other friends were doing. And so I had to learn that it was actually a good, healthy, normal thing because I didn't know that. Because I didn't have that kind of upbringing. I grew up in
a time where you didn't have to Google it. You couldn't Google it. You understand? Yeah. They can Google it in the 6th grade. You know, if they have phones, they are looking at it on their phones. I had to go and find my mama's stash of DVDs under her bed, and you know, so it's a little different.
That's hilarious. So, do you believe in case in point, these big Hollywood weddings that you see, huge $1 million plus weddings? Do you think those marriages last?
I don't have to think about it. The stats say they don't.
Okay.
So now I don't even think about it.
The small weddings, 20 people, sometimes just the courthouse and have a nice reception. Do you think they last?
Mine didn't.
Wow.
Let me tell you something. I got married first and planned my child. I was with my high school sweetheart. We got married when we got after. We did everything the way the book said. What I would say is the book means nothing if you guys aren't prepared or on the same page or ready. A lot of people plan a wedding. No one plans a marriage. And those are two different things.
And people try to plan a marriage.
Correct. And if you're planning a marriage at 25 or 20 in today's world, or in my day, you're planning with different expectations. My son was on 42 porn sites at 13. And I personally only knew of 2. Sorry.
Miss She, my gosh.
I believe it. I know what she means. But what I'm saying, back to this. I think that no one really spends time to have the marriage discussion. Like, what do you expect religiously? What do you expect from raising your children? What if it doesn't work out? How would you handle yourself? Those conversations aren't happening.
Byron, right? Do you want to get married?
Yes.
Okay.
I do too after 50.
I want to have 3 more kids.
What?
Okay.
I do.
God bless you. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. By the same woman? No, I asked because I it's Byron. You know, I didn't. Black, white, Puerto Rican, and Asian. You know what I'm saying? Had a whole colors of Benatar right over there.
Well, one already exists, so well.
I'm gonna tell y'all, you know what? With friends like y'all motherfuckers, I don't need enemies. And thank God any woman I deal with has to be fucking a beast. Because y'all motherfuckers will make a bitch run. Unintentionally.
No, we wouldn't.
Yeah.
No, we wouldn't. But no, you just got people in your corner that know you very well. And not to say that you can't evolve and change, because I've watched you do that. But at the same time, you got to be a real special motherfucker to deal with you and everyone around you. And if that and that's it.
True story.
I think she would need a house outside of the state.
I think he should order a mail order bride. That's just my opinion. I'm just saying. She'll do whatever you want. No?
Whatever you like. Bark like a dog.
There's nothing wrong with that. A lot of people do that.
You got another fucking question, CJ?
Actually, I do not have another question. I think we've covered relationships all today. Wait. I will say this, Byron. Do you want a woman that is your equivalent? Do you want one to be slightly subservient?
Both.
I think subservient is misplaced. For me, it would be serving.
Okay. Oh, okay, good. Okay,
because I'm a server. Mm-hmm. But to be subservient, no. I'm going to run over any bitch that's going to be subservient, number one.
She got to have a gun.
Yeah, and then number 2, if they are not equally yoked, there's no way that they would last they get positioned. They would get displaced. There'll be some aggressive bitch who'll come in and replace them too quickly. It would have nothing to do with me. It's just because if you aren't equally yoked to me.
It would have nothing to do with me. They're just going to come in and take your position. Hope you heard that.
So then last question on this, Jay. If Robin came in today with the ring and asked you to marry him, would you?
What kind of question is that, right? You know what? You gave this motherfucker an opportunity to look into the camera. Wow. I would accept it.
Yeah.
That was a politically correct answer.
I would accept the ring, but then a new discussion would have to happen.
Okay.
On both parts, right? Just both parts. I think we would have to have a clear idea of what we expect of each other. Because let me tell you what I learned from my first marriage is once you say I do, everything right and wrong gets magnified by fucking 200.
Really?
Okay? For some reason, I don't know why that is. I haven't met anyone that has gotten married that didn't say that, because you're living in a different space visually and mentally when you're in the zone that you can dissolve it whenever you want. When you're no longer in that zone to do that because of how you view marriage, whatever your view is. Like, for instance, his thing is we're married forever no matter what, till death do us part. That's his thing, right? So I think when that happens, some people look at that as a pass to do whatever because we're till death do us part. I don't believe in that. I believe you can do some shit that can make me say, lawyer up. So, yes. The answer to his question, since he was being a sarcastic asshole, is I would accept the ring.
I don't like Apple computers. I don't know what's with them.
Well,
but then again, I'm 44, so I would accept it and then want to get married after 50.
I knew you were 4 years older than me.
Get the fuck out of here. I'm more like,
well, I mean,
you old enough to babysit me, bro.
Well, the great pimp himself, Sean Connery, has died.
I know.
And he made it till 90. So I mean, when you think about Sean Connery, I mean, he was just.
I am a black Sean Connery nigga. What?
You know what I'm saying? Just
Sean Connery was the only 80-year-old who could get it. He was fine till the last day.
He had it going on.
Did he pass?
Yeah, he died yesterday.
Yes.
So Sean, yeah, he was 90 years old.
I love that
with age.
Yeah.
He's the only man I've seen that got finer and finer and finer.
You know what Sean said? What he said one time? He said, sometimes you have to slap a woman in the face to get her to understand.
He could slap me.
And Barbara Walters said, so you hit women? Yes, of course. Sometimes you have to. Sometimes you gotta slap her right dead in the face so she'll understand what you mean. And I was like, well, is that all you gotta do, Sean?
Slap me, Sean. Slap me.
Now, Sean, what should you slap her in the face with? Because you didn't say your hand.
You sure did say it, man.
I am gonna watch. I'm gonna do a Sean Connery binge this weekend. We're gonna watch all his movies for the next week, just in celebration of him, because he changed the game.
He did. He did. I mean, I think 007. Come on, Sean brought that kind of smoothness that transcended color. He really did.
Everybody loved him.
Yeah. It wasn't just a white man up there. Sean was just a man. You know what I'm saying? He was just a dude. Yeah, he was. And it was always about fun accent, and everybody loved it. Sean Connery. You know, the only man to me I think that came up there with his league was Billy D. Williams, as far as smooth and being suave. I think Billy D. Look, one time I rode the elevator with Billy D. Right, he was on Dancing with the Stars my first year of being there. He got on, I got on. He looked at me, I looked at him. He says, "You a good-looking brother," and I said, "Thank you, sir." I said, "My grandmother loved you when she was younger." He was like,
yeah, because he wanted you.
Wait, what? Wait, low key, Billy D is like that?
We'll talk offline, love.
You don't. Yo, I thought he was just complimenting me because he knew he was a good-looking man. Aha.
Tanya saying you went in the ass too.
He said you smooth like this. Oh, no, sorry.
You mentioning your grandmother, and he looking at you like, I'm talking about you.
Yeah, and he turned his head. The elevator said, ding, it was time to get off. It was like, okay, so you done messed up my head on Colt 45. Wow. You done messed me up.
To see that one.
Colt 45. Billy D.
You wanted a Colt 45, all right.
That's so funny. All right.
deal.
Byron, go ahead and see what kind of people we had up in the room today. Come on in the room.
Oh my God. Let's see here. Who we got up in here? I can't tell because I don't know how Wendy did it. You do it, baby, because I keep going to like Facebook and it takes me straight to YouTube and it's just not working for me. So, and I'm on an Apple.
You could always see what I can't see. And hold on.
I know.
I feel bad. Like people that were like, I was on your show and I'm like, I didn't see it. I'm sorry. I don't know. Let's see.
But while y'all looking, did y'all see all the Greeks marching to the, they call it stroll to the pole?
No.
All the Greek ladies. Wendy, go ahead and pull up that picture. All the Greek ladies and the AKA. They all
Greek. Okay, like
they all hot stepping it, going to the pole. Yeah. Byron, did you ever want to pledge?
I was pledging, and they pulled the line. My father actually started at the Epsilon chapter here in Los Angeles.
Oh, really?
Which at the time was Epsilon was UCLA, USC, and Long Beach State. At the time, it was a trimester, and so I was pledging at Morehouse.
Okay.
And there was so much hazing going on at the time that I was.
Thank you, Wendy.
It was out of control.
Yeah.
It was so out of control. They pulled the line for 3 years. After I was there.
Oh, wow.
There was 1 year with one guy showed back up with 3 broken ribs. There was only 3 people. I think they were from Clark.
3 broken ribs?
One person actually was asked to jump. They because it's a mind fuck, right? When you're pledging. So they said jump. And what they meant to say is just jump. And the fool was supposed to just jump up in the air. He was on a ridge and he jumped off the building. So he thought they meant jump off the building. And he ended up breaking his leg and he fucked up, and then somebody else was so psychologically fucked up. We didn't see him for like 3 months. He didn't show back up to the following year. So
yeah,
it was some crazy shit going on. I mean, they had the it's a long story, but yeah. But my father and everyone around me, I have best friends and close friends in every circle between the alphas, the Qs, and the.
Well, what y'all didn't know, I was actually groomed. I was groomed since I was 6 years old. To be a Kappa. To be a Kappa. Really? My 2 cousins are Zeta and also one is a Sigma. And so the Kappas would come into my aunt's house and they would rehearse. And so I was the young curly-haired light-skinned kid and they would rehearse their step. And so they made me a small cane and I would go out there and rehearse with them. And from literally grade school till first year of college, they were after me. Like I was groomed to be a Kappa. And then I decided not to pledge. I just decided not to pledge. Yeah. But it was and again I may still do it. You know, I may still pledge. I think you could.
You know,
they got grad chapters, they got all kinds of shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'd make it through the hazing part, guys. I'm sorry.
Well
that get you back.
Remember School Days?
Make me mad, I'm gonna respond.
Remember the movie School Days?
Yeah.
Big brother, yeah.
Okay, I got it up. We got Brian Atterbury, Claudia Klein, Sophia Raw. I love that name. Amanda Panda. Let's see, Tanya Fairley.
Tanya.
Ricky, Nasha, I love my childhood friend. Caroline Hot Rod Baker.
Hot Rod.
Patricia Morgan, Kennedy Carrington, that's my auntie. Tanya Fairley, T Keys, Neha. Hi, Neha. Sophia Raw. I love that name.
Obviously, you keep saying it.
Amanda Panda.
And just so you say it right, it's not.
Is that Byron?
Sophia.
Sophia. My bad. Sophia. I gotta get it right. But what's going on with the feedback? I'm confused.
All of a sudden, Byron got delayed, like he's behind us.
Where you
at? Let me tell you, Fish, I'm always behind your ass.
Let me tell you, and you better believe it's clean.
You better stop fucking with me. I'll tell your business.
And that's why y'all
clean and on ice all the time. Yeah. On ice, like
I'll give you a colonic, and you'll think that shit was cleaned out with some. Let me tell you.
Well, it better be coffee. It better be coffee. It better be coffee.
Y'all better stop.
Sophia, please forgive me for messing up your name because I hate when people do that. But
It's all right.
I can't see everybody else on there. I can only see a few comments, even
So
though there's
here,
39.
I got in. Did you click on let me see here. So we have Serena, Amanda, Tanya, Patricia. I feel like I'm doing that song. What is it?
Yeah,
Tanya, Freaka Leak, Kanisha, Tanya. Do you want it in your face? Do you want it in your ear? Do you want it in your ass? I can get it anything you can handle. Freaka Leak. Hey, Tanya, Matoya, Freaka Leak, Monique, Christina.
Nisha.
Out of control.
Sophia, Patricia.
Yes.
Camille.
Tanya.
Michelle. My boy Prince, loving you, boy. I know he's getting gas out of this shit, but we
I
don't.
can't see that.
Nargis. How do you say your name? Nargis.
Okay, actually, so she's. This is my Virgo friend. It's Nodgis. That's the correct.
Nodgis. Okay.
Nodgis,
so I fuck up her name, and you take pains in it.
Yeah, I love what.
I got my little sister on here. Look at that. Go on, Andrea. And then we got Andrea Larice Green Moses. We got the whole thing on there. Lydell. Go on, LL. Lydell is on here. Who else we got?
Serena.
Michelle. My girl Michelle Davis. Let's go. We got Elsa. Go on, Elsa. We got Kennedy. Kennedy's on here. Carrington. Alicia Curry Norwood.
That's my sister. Hi,
Yes.
sister.
Laura Gonzalez.
And Theo Dottie Sirk. What is that?
Yeah, just call her Dottie. She's over in Australia.
Hi, Dottie.
Dottie. That's my baby.
She has a beautiful picture.
She's awesome. She's really amazing.
Darrell.
Yeah, Darrell, my baby out of Canada. Patricia Morgan. Go ahead, CJ. You usually say Patricia when I say Patricia.
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 Trisha is my mama.
All right. What you got? Well, how you gonna close us out, Barry?
Oh,
Because we
shit.
talked about relationships and
I'm thinking about it.
Okay, I think
And so now that we've told you how we felt about old Orange Face, we're gonna close out.
You know what? It's just a strange day. Think about this though, as we close out. I mean, just think about it. We had Halloween, where people got a chance to be themselves for the first time once a year, because they're usually in a costume for the rest of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like, what, 2 or 3 days ago?
Yeah.
And then we're looking at Election Day. And then we're looking, never of all the years I've been on this planet, which is quite a few, has Veterans Day ever fallen on a Wednesday. So you got a major holiday falling in the middle of the fucking week. It's a very weird year.
Yeah.
And so, I just wanted, one, for all the people that are joining us, we appreciate you. We love you. This is our outlet. We have some huge things coming up in 2021 for this show that we weren't even planning for it. We just all keep getting approached with different things, but it's about to take flight and we're going to dress it up. Right now, we're just having fun and having fun with you. And we couldn't have fun without you, because you make us who we are. And it allows us to be us without excuse, just unapologetically. Don't give a fuck. DGF. And just really with all the bullshit that has happened during the season, and we want you to be more a part of it. We're looking at different ways of making sure we can actually have all of us on here that have a voice, that want to speak. And every one of us on here has an opinion. You would not be a part of this unless you are as crazy as us. Let's put it out there. Y'all motherfuckers crazy. Just for being on this show with us, there's something intrinsically wrong with your brain. And that's okay. That makes you normal. Because I know there's something fucking wrong with me and Jay and C. So it's okay.
And anybody that just want to have sex with me, just put a little thing in the comments. I just want to know.
Am I the only one who dressed up for Halloween?
You were a naughty
and the gremlin in the middle.
Not the gremlin in the
I
middle.
did love you in Robin's outfit. It was really good. That was cool.
He was a gynecologist and I was a naughty nurse. Yes. You gotta pick your doctor.
That's way too much information.
It was not. It was not.
The bottom line is, we want to just say on behalf of all of us how much we love, appreciate, and are standing in real gratitude. No bullshit. Just really thank you for making our our life easier. And in all the missing of us last week, we felt it, you know, because we missed you
We
guys
did.
as well.
We
So,
did.
We did.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And I found a way to really see everybody now. I didn't realize we could click it in Streamline. We did miss some people. Darrell.
Ah, shuck it. Look at that.
Hey, look at the booty.
Ah,
So he found his glasses.
He found no. The yellow ones are gone. Remember, he found the red ones that time. We found them, but the yellow ones are gone.
Can I get some? I can buy them.
I don't even think we know that. We know you can buy the bar.
I just want them.
Oh, okay.
That's my birthday gift. You gotta find me 3 pair. I'll get them.
You want to talk about birthday gifts?
thank you.
I already know what I'm getting you.
Thank
We already had this conversation.
My
Fucking
birthday
done
is
it together.
gone. My birthday's gone.
Your birthday is not gone.
You know what? I'm not done. Anyway, Dorel, did we?
Thank you, Elsa.
Elsa, yes. There were some. I'm sorry. Yeah, some names we didn't mention. That's all. Like Tracy.
All right.
Who's Tracy Oquendo? You know who that is?
I
Who
got
are we?
it. Tracy who?
What? What you
Tracy
say?
Oquendo. Oh, that's Queen Sika. You know what? Never mind. I'm done.
All right.
I made up a new name. But
Oh my
anyway,
God.
finish out.
I think I'm
Byron?
finished.
Oh,
I
you're
just said
welcome.
thank you.
You finished?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
finished. This is where they went. They waiting on you now, CJ.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna do
I'm
it
saying
when I
it.
get home next week.
Oh, mm-hmm. I'm gonna try something. Can y'all still hear me from this distance?
No,
No?
I'm far away.
I can. What do you mean? It's not that
Can you
bad.
hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. No, because the song I'm about to sing, I'm gonna blast it, so I'm wondering if y'all could, if I move the mic. Okay, how's this if I start projecting?
You sound far down, but maybe.
But
when you
now, am I far?
now you sound okay.
I'm good?
Yeah.
Well, because it's election day,
Yeah.
I'm gonna sing something for election day and for America, because I think we need a patriotic song.
Okay.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her to the light from the life up above, to the mountains, to the prairies, to the oceans, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. There you go.
That
Beautiful.
was
That was perfect.
fucking awesome.
Here we go.
That was perfect.
That's good. That's just your perfection.
Thank
You make me look so good, CJ. Make me so you're pretty ass motherfucker. You just with the voice, you just make me look so good, nigga.
98
Cause you
vibes.
big brother. We look good. I look good. You look good.
That's right. Real quick though, who do y'all think is gonna win?
Follow the money.
Lord Jesus up on high.
Follow the money.
I
Unfortunately, this
I think
isn't
Miss
this.
Piggy gonna win.
Hmm?
I think Miss Piggy gonna win again.
Yeah.
We'll know in the morning.
We sure will. Oh God, I need to go get toilet paper, huh?
Why did somebody else say that to me today? I need to go get toilet paper. I need to go get paper towels. I was like, again.
I think I'm gonna go after the show.
I don't know why people think
Florida.
somebody win as president. You can't wipe your ass because somebody new president. Anywho. All right.
We love
Well,
you guys. Thank you.
Love it,
We
y'all.
will be
Love
back
y'all.
here talking
Bring
about the
Sharon
fucked
and
up
Emily
results.
people back.
We will
We
see
will be
y'all.
talking
Make sure
about
that you
the
bring it
fucked
to
up
the table.
results. All
Hashtag
the
bring it
fucked
to
up
the table.
results will be at Bring It to the Table next week.
Yes.
Tell a friend,
And
bring a friend.
tell a friend, bring a friend, and make sure you share these leftovers later on. You can find them
Oh, yeah.
available on YouTube and Facebook Live. So we thank you so much, and we will see y'all next week.
Bye.
We love you.
Ciao.